one.
Oh, what's up? This is my YouTube channel.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys? No, I'm cooked. I'm so dead. But yeah.
Torched, bro. Oh my god. You need to censor that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Figure out how to censor.
Fucking 8 eyes over here, man.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
You can probably drop down in here.
You gonna jump down that?
Just this rock.
Going up
I'm not
there.
I'm gonna like lower myself.
Yeah, we're going up to the right of that. And this was the first place we stopped with that big rock you saw. This was our first big break, and I'll go into it a little more in the end of the video, but this is where we thought we were trying to find our shoes, and we had stored our shoes here, and this kind of big open valley we were in, we were looking for, but for some reason we were too far to the right. And in the next part of the video, I took some footage of the way up. I didn't do a very good job of making sure that like they're cut like perfectly and they transition smoothly, so pardon me, but I mean, I don't care, it's my first YouTube video, so there's some clips of the way up.
The same thing we did last time.
Yeah.
How are you
We can
feeling?
play. We can see how we feel too.
How are you feeling, Ryan?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Almost there.
Not really.
Yeah, it's alright. By this part of the trip, this is just kind of a little video of making our way up. I was feeling pretty good. Had a lot of energy. Views were pretty good. I was just kind of in the back, just chilling. But yeah, this was the second major place that we took a break. There's not really much to see. Yeah. The audio is just completely ineligible. We were at the top. There was maybe 30-mile-an-hour winds. So everything I'm saying is basically pointless. I mean, I was exhausted at this point. There's a view of the mountain ranges behind University Peak, and that's where we came from. I zoom in and I'm kind of just pointing to the car. I don't know why. I was basically delusional at this point. Just trying to gain some energy back. We took about a 45-minute break at the top. Honestly, this technically wasn't the top, but I mean, I didn't want to traverse across that knife edge. That one. I have to explain kind of the second half of this video, kind of what happened, because it didn't go as planned. So we were at the summit, and I don't know, by this time it's like 3 or 4 o'clock. Like, we have plenty of daylight left, and we're at the top. We can't ski down. We didn't bring our skis, but yeah, we're like, we're gonna have to down climb this. So we start down climbing, and probably maybe 1,500, 2,000 feet of down climbing. So it took us maybe like an hour and a half to down climb. So it was faster than on the way down, but that wasn't really the issue. So we kind of got down, and we get our skis, and this is just a video of that place where we got our skis. But anyways, back to the video. Chris and Ryan, the two other guys, are way better at skiing than me. So I kind of got a head start just because I'm still new to skiing, and I couldn't ski that because it was a pretty decent slope with a lot of exposure at the bottom. So if I fell, I'd just fall off the mountain, which I didn't really want to do. I'm maybe like 300 feet from the end of the traverse, and I fall pretty bad with my skis. I just like kind of face plant. I'm just sliding down the mountain, and I lost my axe, my ice axe. I eventually stopped myself, but I lost probably like 200 feet of vert, and yeah, it was a little scary. I managed to get up, and then had to walk all the way down to walk probably another 150 feet down to get my ice axe that got lucky, landed in a bush off on the rocks, like at the edge of the mountain. And from there, the snow was getting pretty bad. So Ryan ended up skiing down maybe another quarter mile, and then we met kind of at where we took a bigger break, maybe 45 minutes. It was pretty dark. We still had a little bit of light left, and we're like, we got to get off the mountain, because for some reason we didn't decide to bring our headlamps because we weren't expecting to be on the mountain that long. Yeah, so we just didn't have our headlamps, so we were gonna have to use our phones. And I had brought my Garmin InReach, my little GPS tracker, so we were able to use that. Yeah, so we're walking down, and there's not a lot of tracks because it was pretty late in the season, and there's not really many people going up. We saw two other guys that were trekking up. Yeah, so there weren't many tracks or boot pack to follow on the way down. So we were hiking down, and there's this stream that was covered in snow. There was a snow bridge, and we were trying to stay to the right of it for the most part, because that's the way we thought we came up. And by that time, and then we had crossed over the ice bridge, or the snow bridge, and we're like, we just had no idea where we were at this point. We were just kind of guessing, or I was guessing, because I had my Garmin, so I was kind of seeing where we were on the way up, but I didn't really have any idea where we were. Yeah, so I didn't really have any idea of where we were. At this point, the sun had gone completely down, and we're having to use our flashlights on our phones. So we had ski poles, and I had my ski poles in this left hand, and then phone in this hand, and then GPS tracker on my backpack. They were just kind of hiking down looking for our shoes, because we knew we had come down and then we needed to traverse this way, but we didn't know how far we needed to go, or like how much further down they were. So we really had no idea where our shoes were, and we're like, okay, where do we go? So we go left for like maybe 500 feet. We make the decision to abandon our shoes. Like, at this point, everybody's like super tired. We've been on the mountain for 14 hours. And yeah, we're like, screw the shoes. We don't need shoes. We have our boots. Once we decide to leave the shoes, it's like, okay, we got to get back to the car now. And that was kind of our mission from that point. There was a lot of snow and not much boot pack, so we ended up going past the trail a couple times, because we were just heading straight towards the parking lot, and I was slipping all the time. And then I was hiking with my poles and phone, and one of my left pole got caught, and my hand went back, and I cut my finger open on the ski, and I had to get 3 stitches, or no, I had to get 4 stitches. Yeah, I wish I got video of that. It's pretty crazy. It was just like I just left a trail of blood along the mountain, and there was just blood everywhere. And at this, like, I was pretty frustrated because we had no idea where we were, or at least I didn't. We had a general direction of where the car was, so I knew we were eventually going to get back to the car, but it was just pitch black and with our phones, and it was just pretty frustrating. We see this like picnic table, and we're like, finally, and it kind of mellows out and kind of starts getting flat, and then we're just walking, and then we get to this like dirt path, and we know we found the trail, and we head back to the car. And I was bleeding through all the gauze. I had like 3 gauze pads on it, and I just was bleeding through all of them. We would have spent the night on the mountain, and we had all the safety gear for it, but we ultimately just wanted to be home because we were all pretty annoyed. I don't know, I was super annoyed. But yeah, we made it back to the car, and yeah, just drove home. It wasn't that bad. The ride home was nice. It was nice being in a car. There were a lot of things that we could have done better, probably. I had 2 headlamps, and I just left both of them because I was trying to save weight. Looking back, I probably should have just taken at least 1. Like, that would have made our lives so much easier. Yeah. Next time, I'm probably just gonna go to a resort. Yeah, I'd say probably that's maybe the biggest thing is getting better at skiing. I'm excited. The biggest takeaway is, like, I gotta get better at skiing. I suck. I can't wait for the next season though. Like, it should be really fun. Yeah. I know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.